to experience.
Of course. And to you, our dear listeners, we are not just here alone. We also have distinguished guests right here in the studio, and they will be bringing us and taking us through and giving us insight into the special colloquium which is slated to take place today at the Unical International Conference Center. I know you want to get to meet them, but don't worry, stay tuned because we'll be going on a break. And when we come back, we will get into beautiful conversations with our delectable guests in the house after this break. So stay tuned, we will be back. Thank you for staying tuned and welcome back from that break. You're still listening to Unical Radio 103.5 FM. And right now, yes, I know you're so eager to know who our guest is. So join me as you meet our guest. Number one person is Professor Abiodun Adebayo. Now, Professor Abiodun Adebayo is a Nigerian academic and researcher with expertise in business administration, management, economics, and entrepreneurship. He is also the immediate vice chancellor of the prestigious Covenant University. He will be the lead presenter of this colloquium. Also, I have in the building Professor Ngozi Osara. Yeah, you're going to meet all of them, so please, please, just give me a few minutes, okay? I'll give them the space to talk. In short, of fact, why are we here? It's not because of them.
Absolutely.
Of course. So we also have in the building Professor Ngozi Osahehe, Professor of Counseling at the Faculty of Education, University of Lagos. She's also a Nigerian academic and instructor.
Also in the studio, we have somebody who is a legal practitioner and the president of Unical Alumni. I'm talking about another person, board barrister Paul Eshemomo. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio this morning.
Yes.
How are you,
Welcome,
how are
our
you,
beautiful
how are you
guest.
feeling? Ladies first, let's start with the beautiful lady in our midst this morning. How are you feeling, Ma?
I'm feeling all right.
How does it feel being in the University of Calabar, being live in the University of Calabar?
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic. I thought as much.
Nostalgic.
Brought back memories, right?
Yes, because my life started here.
Mm,
And all my tertiary education was here.
amazing.
So we had the solid, authentic Malabres.
Oh.
Making us feel very, very inferior.
Oh my God.
Okay, how about you, Barrister Paul? How are you feeling?
Well, nice having me here. I want to appreciate you. I will adopt what Prof has said.
No, now.
A Malabite is a Malabite. And
Anytime,
the
any
feeling
day.
is mutual
Yeah.
everywhere, whether
Mm.
within or outside the campus.
Mm,
The blood
yeah.
and the
So
spirit
pumping.
is always there.
Amazing.
So she has spoken my mind.
Mm,
That it's actually the feeling is nostalgic and in fact each time I arrive here I just recall my days here for every step I take as I walk along the roads, I remember my movement from Malabo to campus to come and take lectures. So all those things have
Yeah.
made life very sweet in Malabo.
Amazing, amazing.
This was actually my hall in my final year.
Wow.
This
Here
is
we
gonna
are.
whoa.
Whoa, and today we have Unical Radio.
Yeah. This was
Awesome.
hall one
All one.
for final year students.
Amazing, amazing.
Female final year.
Amazing. Indeed, it must be really nostalgic for you. How about you, Professor Abiodun? How are you feeling to be live at the University of Calabar?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me also. I'm excited, full of excitement that I'm back home. For me, this is a very special homecoming. Well, the Malabitic spirit is something you can never remove. In fact, it has become part and parcel of our DNA, and it's been engraved in the part of our DNA. And coming back to Unical after I was here, I was coming in before I became vice chancellor regularly to also contribute Mount Kota supervise students and at the same time to also examine PhD students. But that's about 5 years ago. So coming again and seeing the amazing work that the current vice chancellor has really done, it's full of homecoming for me and excitement and full of celebration. Unical at 50, so excited that I'm alive to be part of Unical at 50. So thank you so much for having me. But let me quickly, a point of correction.
Okay, sir.
I'm a professor of biochemistry, even though a university leader, university administrator, also a business person. But my major field is plant biochemistry and involving the sustainable use of medicinal plant and indigenous plant. And I'm also a consultant to a number of organizations. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much we are glad to have you. And I will say, Vine, the room is filled with
You just
alumnus.
read my mind right now. I feel so honored, and I'm glad that Unical is celebrating 50
50
years.
years.
But what warms my heart the most is the fact that I get to sit in the same room with such amazing and great minds.
Tell
This
you,
has to be
I'm
one of
honored.
my favorite
One
days
of my
ever.
best Wednesdays ever.
I agree.
Okay, let's get into the conversations. It's we're celebrating Unical at 50, and this colloquium is aimed at celebrating Unical at 50. So I'm going to start with you, Prof. Abiodun, because you're the lead speaker for this event. So I want to know, can you give us an overview of what this colloquium is all about?
Thank you so much. Well, the colloquium, as you all know, is going to be sharing about the contributions of this great university that's produced great minds, great leaders across the length and breadth of Nigeria, including overseas. Amazing. In fact, there used to be a saying that anywhere you get to and you don't see a Nigeria, any nation you get to, you better run away.
Sure.
I'd like to also say here that if you get to any place in the world across the globe, and you won't see a Malabite or a Malabrese there, you better. Yeah, for us, I honestly, not just mincing word here. It's to let us know what's the great thing that this great university has really done to us. Are you talking about politics? We are there. Number 3.
Amazing.
We are number 3. A Malabite is number 3
And he was here.
Nobody.
Yeah, he was here.
in Nigeria here.
Yes.
So what are you talking about? Very soon we'll soon be number 1.
Oh, shade.
And that's where we are looking at. Is it within the health sector? You will see a Malawi. The University of Calabar Teaching Hospital and the College of Medicine here is really doing an amazing thing, training medical doctors. In fact, I lost count when I was trying to compile how many graduates has Unical really produced. I've not been able to see that book yet. So it's amazing. It's in the entertainment industry. Amazing to see how many Malabites and Malabreses are within the entertainment industry. Is it within the law, the legal profession, the legal numeral, the number of, sand that this great institute, great citadel of learning has equally produced? So you can keep counting and counting until you will lose count. We may not be able to exhaust all of this discussion here today, but it's just a reflection of what a great like ours has really done. And don't forget that it actually started from University of Nigeria in Nsukka, where Unical was just a campus of that university, and how in 1975 it was transferred, and we had some of those transferred students, but 156 of them who were transferred here. So we're going to be seeing some of those and hearing some of those amazing lectures today, and thereafter there will also be discussants to also take that for who had specific topics to really look at today.
Thank you, Tutar. But before I let you go, kindly throw more light on the theme, Unical and its contributions to development. I know you've actually shed more light that there's nowhere you go that you will not find the Malabite or Malabarist
Yes.
in the national. So please, just kindly, just a little bit, while this theme, Unical and its contributions to national development, there must be a reason why it was chosen, right?
Yeah. Universities are primarily made for three things: one, to conduct research, and two, to teach, and three, to do community engagement. And so, if you are not making this kind of contribution as a university, then you don't have any business to exist as a university. And so, are you talking of, great leaders that have emerged from this amazing university, University of Calabar, that we are talking about? We have had institution leaders from universities like me. We have former vice chancellor whom this university had equally created, established. I recall when I came in here, I'm going to share that story today, maybe just to give you a tip of an iceberg. I can imagine if Unical has not opened its door to me, maybe I wouldn't have been here. Probably, I may not have been here and may not have also graduated here. Because, in fact, at the time I came in, matriculation was due. I came in after matriculation, but wait and hear more of the details later.
Oh, we are tuned.
Suspense.
I'm serious. This suspense is going to. Oh God, please let's just keep waiting. Anyways, thank you so much, Professor Abiodun, for taking us through that. Now coming to you, Professor Ngozi Osaren. Now, as an expert in education, I would love you to assess Unical's impact on Nigeria's educational landscape.
Okay, thank you very much. Unical's impact in the educational landscape. Unical has done incredible things, like the quality of training. I was trained here, I studied education. I don't hide that. Though I'm a professor of counseling psychology, but I started with education, history, and English, and it was here that the foundation. And I tell people, whatever I am today is
as a result of
is
this foundation.
Unical. And I have so many colleagues all over. There's no aspect of education. If you go to NUC, you see people that studied education from Unical.
Yeah.
You go to a Federal Ministry of Education. Is it in the universities? Like in the University of Lagos, today, the Dean of Education graduated from Unical. We have more than 20 professors in that university that graduated from University of Calabar.
That's absolutely amazing.
Some of us have also been able to do what I call educationeering, by going to serve in government as commissioner for education and all that. There are so many areas, and Unical resonates with me and many of us. Wait until March 17 to 23rd. That is when you will see.
Another suspense.
Yes, just wait till 17 to 23rd of March. We will converge. We will
in
come
your
here
numbers.
because people need to know, and the waves are moving. We've contributed very much, and we are also continuing to do so. I need to bring this up. On the 19th of December for the first time in the history of university education in Nigeria, I was part of that MUC resource facility verification group.
Okay.
University of Calabar has a college of education now.
Yes.
No more faculty of education. It's now a college of education with its own provost and deputy provost.
Amazing.
That is the first time in the history of education in Nigerian university system. Very, very proud that is my university that is doing that. And that is part of the ongoing contributions from this citadel of learning. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Professor
so much,
Ngozi.
Professor.
Moving over to you, Barrister Paul Eshiamomo. Given that you are a very enthusiastic alumni of the University of Calabar, can you tell us what has been significant achievements?
He's our national president.
That's what I said. He's a very enthusiastic alumni. What has been significant changes that you have noticed from the time that you were a student to now that you are an alumni of the University of Calabar?
If you ask me, it's like just as you cannot describe a sea, the width of a sea or an ocean, so you cannot describe the changes that have occurred between the time I left here about 28 years or 29 years ago and today. Is major things is the transformation of the forest between Six and the Kwa River to a town. When we were here, that's the back of Six down to the new library, down to Kwa River and the Bufai Sokorok was a thick forest. Today, it is dotted with a lot of buildings and structure. That is on the structural development. It has been amazing. The vice chancellors have tried, but I must single out the first female vice chancellor of the university. I am not saying this because she is a woman or because of any special disability, but her transformative agenda has really turned this university to something many of us never contemplated. When I was here, the law faculty was in that what we used to call 3-bedroom bungalow. But we were there, the dean's office was smaller than this place with his secretary. The faculty library, for instance, was a smaller than this, just a table that can take about 6 students, was the faculty library in the same building. We used to have lectures in new library as our classrooms. But today, one of the days I had a matter at the Court of Appeal, I wanted to do a quick research. That is Court of Appeal Calabar, and I rushed to the DC, and I saw a massive structure that is 3 times the size of what we used to have as a faculty, as just the law faculty library. It was amazing. I was so shocked. The truth is that University of Calabar has grown.
Absolutely.
In bounds.
Then in terms of academic content, in fact, it's one of the fastest growing universities in terms of production of professors. Check. Between the time the current Vice Chancellor assumed office and now, I think she has produced more than 100 professors.
Wow.
Because almost every month you hear Unical has just elevated 10 associate prof, 20 associate. In fact, I think conservatively it can be less than that. That is another growth, because growth is not only in terms of structure. Then we are talking of visibility. Forget the political assessment of some universities or some agencies that assess universities in terms of this. But the truth is that if you look at the output, the quality of the product, like my brother has said, the former vice chancellor, and my sister, when we talk of visibility of an institution, you look at the academic content of what they produce and these products contribute to the society. And I can assure you, place a Malabite anywhere, he will succeed.
Wow.
That is the Malabitic spirit.
I agree.
We have students who graduated here with third class. At least in the legal profession, I know many.
Okay.
They go to law school. They go and come out with 2-1 in law school.
Yeah. That's right.
They made a third class here, then they come out with 2-1. I mean, it's a mystery.
Okay.
But that is to tell you that Unical will drill you and prepare you, and in fact, to use the Igbo man, so cook you
Cook you, yes.
as a graduate. By the time you come out, then you can withstand with masters in terms of defending what you have learned. So, sincerely, I think there has been tremendous growth in this institution, and it is still growing. I will advise that we need to go further too. But I tell you, if you want to assess and score, I will give Unical 80-100.
Amazing.
Awesome.
That's very amazing.
Awesome. Anyways, you're still listening to Unical Radio International 103.5 FM. And we're still into deep conversations with our distinguished guests right here who are present for the colloquium celebrating Unical at 50. And so right now, I want to also ask Professor Adebayo, like many institutions in Nigeria, of course, Unical will face challenges such as funding, such as infrastructure, such as brain drain, and just to name it. What practical strategies can help, or would you suggest that will help the university overcome these obstacles?
Life. In fact, you can never emerge as a champion. What really makes a true leader or an institution is how much of these obstacles they have really faced and how they were able to overcome them. Well, on some of those issues you have raised, funding is a global issue. And we will always say here that there is no way a research or a university can survive without adequate funding. And so we will employ the owner of the university, which government, the federal government, to see how the funding can be sustained and, if possible, increased. Now, how will the government do this? By, Unical has proven itself in diverse measures. In fact, at a point, the University of Calabar, hospitals, particularly the doctors produced from here were the best, and including the lawyers in the history of this nation. So there will be need to invest so much in that area. And we must also begin to look at setting up by government quality research centers that will be dedicated to specialized areas of research. There's nothing stopping University of Calabar government from funding a center, a research center, a center of excellence for cancer. Cancer has become a major challenge, particularly prostate and breast cancer has become a major challenge to our world here.
Cervical cancer is also very
very necessary. So we will need funding in this research. Government should be more intentional in what it does by funding research. Now, researchers, who are the people who will conduct this research, we will need government to equally fund them and grant them access to research fund. We said that fund is there, but the truth is, the more of this we have, the better for us. How much is also TED? How many persons are they funding at the moment? We can begin to have that. Then, we will also employ our researchers to see how they can also source for external funding, which is better, and you will get more money and more. That's what that we share them around, and I call these people to see how and encourage them, and quite a number of them are getting quite of international funding and grants. So on yes, infrastructure is also very critical. We will need to see how we can develop our student halls of residence. While our barrister was speaking earlier, Barrister Paul Shemomo was speaking earlier, he has actually mentioned about some of those halls and all of that. I can imagine if those halls will still be in a very good shape now. But Madam Vice Chancellor is really doing amazing work. But she cannot do that alone. We need partners. We have great alumni who, who this university had really been a blessing to over the years. It is time for you to come home and develop your alma mater. You are still carrying the certificate of University of Calabar. I'm carrying that. So let's all join hands together. If, no matter how much we're able to contribute, I'm sure it's going to go a long way in helping to resuscitate those the halls of residence. It doesn't matter how much you're able to do. I'm seeing a situation whereby the Vice Chancellor will begin to see how he will open up such channels through the Unical Alumni Association to work together to see that we begin to take care of these facilities. And so many more things that we can do. Because very shortly we're coming here again to celebrate the 60th anniversary of alumni. I want to see Unical compete favorably with other global institutions of learning, not just local alone, but this is where we are going. We want to compete with Harvard, we want to compete with MIT,
Amazing.
we want to compete with, Stanford and Yale's university. So these are the universities that we are talking about, and that's what makes a university. It's not a local city, a local varsity. It's a university, universe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Professor Abiodun.
Thank you so much, Professor Abiodun, for that insight. So before we wrap up, I would love to ask Professor Ngozi, given that you are such an admirable Malabarist, I would love to ask, because there are so many Malabarites and Malabarists listening right now, and they have heard your success story. What advice or word of encouragement would you have to give to Malabarites and Malabarists listening to you now that hope to become alumni tomorrow?
Thank you very much. Divine.
Yes.
You are divine.
Thank you so much.
Divinely packaged.
I don't pretend. Lack what I call positional loyalty,
Okay.
and it's an attitude thing. All the undergraduates in Unical today should have it at the back of their minds that they're climbing on the back of people, and people have to climb on
Yeah,
their
their
backs
backs.
eventually.
Okay.
This spirit of not giving back is so horrible. It's so horrible. I see it here and it pains me. It is very painful that most people, not majority of the people that graduated from University of Calabar do not think of
Giving back.
giving back to the university. You are who you are because of the foundation that was laid
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
When I started off, I said, I am who I am because of the training I got here.
Yes.
It's the training I got here, the way I was brought up. In fact, next year will be 40 years we left Calabar
Wow.
as undergraduates. And we are planning to come back. I'm moving them because you cannot forget where you started life.
Yes.
No matter what you have become, no matter who you are today, if that foundation was not properly laid, you wouldn't be who you are.
Absolutely.
So the ones listening to me, those ones that are in my category that have graduated, please start thinking of what you can do to uphold, to even show that you went to this school. And those ones that are undergraduates, you should have it at the back of your mind that no matter the experiences you may consider negative in quotes now, when you go out there, there are positives. They are good, because the harsh training you think you are getting now is what is laying the foundation of your future successes.
Absolutely.
And those future successes is what we have to celebrate. And 3 of us are here. When we left Unical, when we did, it never crossed our minds that one day we'll be called to come and talk about.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, we never thought about it. We were just interested in making a success of our lives.
Yes.
We came in as students, behaved as students, did everything students do. And today, we are success stories. So you that is in Unical today, in the next few years, you will also be celebrated.
Very true.
But it depends on how you carry yourself. It depends on your attitude towards this citadel of learning.
Absolutely.
And please, I'm appealing. This is the only university we have. We should not tarnish it. We should not spoil it. We should make sure it moves from glory to glory. The first female vice chancellor who has virtually, like the national president said, her transformative agenda. She has turned the university more than 3 degrees round. And we want that to continue. We want the sustenance of what has been done.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank you very
Professor
much.
Thank
Ngozi.
you so much, Professor Ngozi. I believe if we give you plenty time for this, hey, the
Can I-
message will pass and the message will also receive. It's
Can
going
I-
to be plenty.
Can I just add something?
Yes, yes, we're coming to you.
Okay.
Yes, of course. We want you to also give us
Okay.
last message to the university community, to the alumni, and also to the students.
Thank you very much. I want to add my voice to what Professor Ngozi has said. I want to call on all Malabites and Malabrases. It is payback time.
Yes.
I was a child of not too rich man in Kano City when, without knowing Calabar, I only hear of the name. I applied through JAM and I got admission. I was sitting down, I was inside church because that was the place I used my address as my address. And I was given my letter of admission. From Kano to Calabar then, we spent 2 days on the road. I got to this place and my life was transformed. And I keep telling people I'm more of a Crossivarian than the Edo that I come from, because my
Interesting.
formative years
Yes. Was spent
was really bettered in this place. And everything I am, everything I have is based on the ladder and the platform by way of the degree certificate that I was given by the university. So if the people that left before me did not put things on ground, whether when they were in government or when they were in their business terrain, the university I wouldn't have found a university to attend. So I am calling on every Malabite with all sense of responsibility that it is payback time. Even if it is 5,000 naira, every Malabite that has passed through this school can give. I can tell you that that is enough to transform. You cannot imagine how much you come out. 5,000 for 50 years of the anniversary. Let every person contribute minimum of 5,000. I can tell you we can raise billions. And Prof has said it, our attitude towards giving is not the best. You are not rich because you don't spend. They say givers don't lack. And that is one spirit Malabites should cultivate. The more you give, the more you receive.
Absolutely.
Especially the more you give to the institution that bettered you academically, the more blessings you will receive. People will say, oh, it's when you help a human being, it's a school. No. If this school was not in existence, you cannot be who you are. So we must be ready to give. So the summary of what I'm saying is, I am calling on all Malabites and Malabreses, wherever your location in the world, because like Prof said, if you go to a town, a city in the world, and you shout, great Malabite, Malabites will show.
Amazing.
Anywhere in the world. It's part of the things I'm going to share today.
Fun fact, I would say.
Malabites will show. And I tell you this out of experience. So if all Malabites across the globe can just make little contribution, because we are looking beyond Unical at 50 now, let us also look at Unical after 50. Because it's not going to remain stale. We are not going to stay where we are. By next year now, we'll be 51.
Very true.
So we'll be trying to march towards 100 years
Yes.
or centenary anniversary. It's a privilege to witness this, and any Malabite that is alive to witness this 50th anniversary of our mother school should do what they will do for their natural mothers, assuming they were celebrating their 50th anniversary. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, sir.
Barrister Paul. How about you, Professor Abiodun? Do you have, what are your last words before we let you go?
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you so very much. Oh, well, I was also reflecting on some of the things I went through while in Calabar, in University of Calabar. And I realized that never one day did my parents visited me.
The same thing.
Never one day did any of my siblings visited me the 4 or 5 years I spent on this campus. And somebody will begin to ask, who were your parents here? Of course, I had amazing lecturers then, amazing, fantastic ones. And at a point, there was a time there was no money. I was still expecting, not these days they transfer things and you get the money. There was no money. One of my lecturers had to give me some money in those days. Because looking at where I came from, then we're living basic cookie. I would take maybe it takes about 8 hours for me to get here. It was a very fantastic one. And that speaks volume on what we call, the parents on campus here.
Okay.
And so it's fine that this had happened, and I know quite a lot of other persons who graduated here, the Malabites and Malabreses, would have this kind of experience. This in loco parentis role the university is known for. Never had any parent, and yet you are coming and going, but you have parents here in the university. So my last word, particularly to our upcoming soon-to-be graduates and soon to become Malabites and Malabres of learning, is to know that University of Calabar cares for you. Irrespective of what you are going through, it is in life. You will soon overcome. We went through all of this and we survived it. How much more? You can, and you will, because you have parents here who are your fathers, who are your mothers, and who are like the faculty, who are like the staff of the university.
Absolutely.
And they are willing to give you their best. Amazing.
Thank you.
So again, congratulations to everyone, Unical leadership, amazing Vice Chancellor, Professor Florence Baku, for Obi for seeing this amazing time. And all your management team, I want to say congratulations to you and congratulations to all of the staff, congratulations to all of the students, and congratulations to all of the alumni. Again, thank you. And I'm excited to be a proud Malabite. And if there's any other university I would like to go when I come back to another world, it will still be
In
University
heaven,
of
if there are
Calabar.
universities in heaven. Please, can I just say our slogan, because I cannot leave this studio.
So we're
Absolutely.
coming to that because we cannot say we're students or alumni
If I leave
without doing
If I don't do what I'm supposed to
exactly
do,
without
I will not
doing
feel
it.
fulfilled in this interview.
Of course,
That's
greatest,
okay.
it's the greatest Nigerian students. Avida. So sir, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. I want to say, great Malabais!
Axiom. Axiom. It's not axiom.
Greatest of the
Axiom.
greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest Malabais!
Axiom.
Indomitable, insuppressible Malabais and Malabresses.
Axiom.
Great! Great!
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay,
I've
but
learned something new today.
we are just learning. So, Vine, as a prospective alumnus or alumni, what are your final words before you leave the radio?
Well, I've come to realize that Unical holds so much important and potentials, right? Important people and potentials here. I've come to realize that Unical, just like they have said, is a great citadel of learning. And I cannot wait to be in their shoes someday, so
50
that I
years
can
from
come
now.
back. I can come back and give back to the school that made me who I am. Because just like Professor Ngozi has said, it's so important to give back, to come back and give back to the foundation that was laid for you. So yes, that's it.
Sure, and I'm going to build on that. Also, Barrister Paul and also Professor Abiodun have also made emphasis that it is important that we give back to the school, we'll also give back to the society. And I believe that you listening to the sound of our voices, you must have learned a whole lot concerning the University of Calabar. But if you want to learn more, please head down to the Unical International Conference Center, where these great minds are going to have time to talk about different topics and also how far the university has come. We still remain your number one radio right here on campus, Unical Radio International. So from all of us, we are saying to have an amazing Wednesday. And I still remain your humble host, Michelle, your radio buddy. And of course, I have Vibe, the tallest, sweetest,
I think I just have to get used to this. But thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yes, so please do well to honor this invitation. It is open for all. Do well to attend this colloquium. So thank you so much to our distinguished guests in the building. It was really nice having you in the building. And of course, we learned a lot, I would say.
Very
Thank you.
impactful session, I must say.
All right.
Also very nice being here and Unical Radio.
Yeah.
During our time, we used to have
Malabo Radio.
Malabo Radio
Mhm.
at Malabo until the fall of Malabo. But Malabo cannot fall.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh,
All right. So do have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Uh,